got some incredible people. Now, those of you that are budding or aspiring actors and actresses, I am so excited. You know, this could be your chance, it could be mine. But I've got on the show a director, a writer, film actor, you know, and they've got some incredible things to tell us. So let me turn to them first, actually. Hi, guys. Assalamualaikum, both of you.
Hello.
It's great to have you both on.
Thanks for having us.
So we've got here Iftikhar Ahmed.
Yes.
And you are the writer, the creator, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and also an actor.
Yep.
And then I've got, of course, Dishad Hussain, and you are producing, and creating this film, directing it, basically.
Directing it, yeah.
Yes, the director. Okay, fantastic. Now, let me just make sure I've got this right. It's a comedy slash kind of, I think you said Guy Ritchie kind of genre.
It's a sports, not quite Guy. It's a sports comedy.
Sports comedy, okay.
About a bunch of misfits in a prison,
right.
And there's a big cricket match that.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
okay, and it's called Catch It.
Yes.
I like what you've done with the name.
Catch
I
It.
see where you're going. Exactly, Catch It.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, tell me all about it. Now, this is a film that hasn't quite been made yet, but
yet,
you've shot part of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Iftikhar, where was it shot?
So we've done our Bangladesh schedule. So
Yep.
again, similar to some of your earlier guests, it's all about trying to get the creative collaboration done between.
I think we've had a common theme this whole show, haven't we? Really? But yeah, carry on.
And it's quite refreshing to see that different sectors doing
Absolutely,
that. So
yeah.
you know, not much different on the film side of us. You know, we try to do those collaborations.
Yep.
So we've finished our schedule in Bangladesh, and we're starting the UK schedule around May time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Around
So
May time.
We're
Right.
picking up the UK part of it.
Yeah.
Quite a lot to do.
How did you find the shooting in Bangladesh? Was it straightforward? I
how did
imagine
you
some
find it?
obstacles.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, we've got a slogan for it.
Yeah.
I think we're calling it creativity in chaos.
Okay, I like
you know,
that. Yeah.
they get
Listen,
the job.
sometimes the
It's
best work
different.
comes out of
It's
chaos,
different.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it's different. Let's
The
put
job
it that
gets
way.
done.
Right.
If you were to stand outside and if you weren't from the film industry,
Yes.
you'd think, what the hell's going on? You know,
Right.
This is mad. But it gets done.
Somewhere in that chaos, there
In
is a
the
logic
chaos,
to it, right?
yeah.
Okay. What were some of the obstacles that you faced when you were filming Bangladesh? What were some of the barriers?
It's the exchange rate is great, so it's really good.
Yeah.
They've got some decent kit and creatives out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad industry by any stretch of the imagination. It's just that you have to work around, as you mentioned in your previous interview
Yes.
that we saw.
Yeah.
Traffic is a classic.
Of
in
course,
Dhaka.
getting around, the practicality.
Getting
Yeah.
from one place to another place takes a lot of planning, and you can't just get to
Yeah,
it.
so, you know, locations and stuff like that. So you
Right.
try to keep things minimal
Yeah.
to one place, because
Yeah.
if you start moving around, then
Yes.
it takes hours to
I
get
can
to
imagine.
somewhere.
And that's something you probably
Yeah.
don't even think until you get out there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the film am I right in saying there's a character called, is it Shahzad? Shahzad?
No, Shakib.
Shakib, okay,
Yes,
Shakib.
yeah.
Shakib, and he's in prison.
Yes,
And then the
yeah.
story is about his sort of interaction with other prisoners.
Yeah, so it's a satire comedy.
Right.
So you know, it's an entertainer to start off with.
Yep.
But there are some very good social messages in there. There's
Okay.
different characters in there. You know, there's stuff about how the judicial system works,
Right.
whether there's justice or there's opportunities for retrial, probation, etc.
Right. So there's social commentary kind of going on
Yeah,
underneath.
exactly.
I like
corruption
that.
in the prison
Corruption in the
system.
systems.
Yeah.
People wrongfully being accused, or
Right.
people being accused, but do they get a chance to redeem themselves? So it's a group of funny misfits coming together. You wouldn't put them together
In real life.
in real life.
Okay.
But Shakib's the sort of like the lead protagonist who gets
Right.
them together.
And is he quite sensible, or what's he like, Shakib?
It's a lovable rogue.
Lovable rogue. Okay, I see the kind of character. Okay.
lovable
Yeah.
rogue, you know, ends up, you know,
Heart of
there's-
gold,
Yeah.
but basically has to.
But
you
doesn't
know,
always get it
for
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a big sort of obviously the big set piece is a cricket match against the baddies,
prison
warden.
the
The
prison
baddies.
guards.
Right.
So that's the main thing that we're.
But Shakib's got a very tragic backstory that
Right.
ends him up in prison.
Right, okay.
And that's where he kind of finds a way to also redeem himself.
Fantastic.
So yeah, without giving away too much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this
you know,
already.
Catch
So-
it.
Yeah. What made you think of the idea?
I think it's, you know, me personally, I'm a huge fan of Amir Khan films.
Yes.
because
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
me too, me
he
too.
entertains people, but at the
Yes.
same time, you know, socially gets
Yeah.
people to think. So, you know, great films like PK
Yeah.
or Dangal and stuff like
Dangal,
that.
absolutely.
So similar to that inspiration where, you know, we just thought, how do we get even touching on Amir Khan's like when he did Lagan.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, that's based on cricket
Yeah,
as well.
that's in fact that's funny
Yeah.
enough. That's exactly what I was thinking in my head when you guys were describing
Yeah.
kind of storyline. Yeah.
So we can share some similarities with
Yeah.
them being from the Bangladeshi culture and stuff.
Yes.
But we just wanted to come up with this idea of we wanted people to have a laugh,
Yes.
have a joke, and also I think one of the key themes in our project is there's a lot of discrimination within the Bangladeshi community. So if you're from Sylhet or Borishal
Dhaka
or
or Kumla,
Dhaka,
yeah.
and we kind of tackle this with humour.
Right.
So that we've done, I think, you know, the
Which is
writing
nice because you
excellent,
don't
yeah.
want that sledgehammer on someone's head as they're watching the
Yeah.
film, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is our
yeah.
social message.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want people to watch it, enjoy it, and reflect
Yeah.
on things as
Yeah.
well. You know,
Yeah.
to kind of question stuff. I think
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
How did the two of you know each other? Like, how did you kind of get together in this partnership?
So we've known each other for many years. We worked on several projects. The last one was a big feature film comedy called Bangla Town.
Yeah.
Right.
Ifti was the main man on that one, and that went really well. So yeah, we
Fantastic.
basically.
You
Just-
never said I was the main man on set ever. No.
He's admitting it now.
take it
Now it's
today.
live. You
Yeah.
can't take it back. You were the
Yeah.
main man.
He was the main man. He's on the poster. But
There you go.
But yeah, we had a good time, and yeah,
Yeah, we had a good time. We
wanted to
did
do
that
more.
film,
Yeah.
and it was premiered at a Rain Dance Film Festival. So we were
Amazing.
very
What a
lucky.
prestigious
Yeah.
event as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
that was fun. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, are there any movies that you guys have watched, you know, that have kind of inspired this, or a legacy that you want to create from things that we've had, maybe in the community, or things that, you know, have sort of triggered that kind of cultural identity that you want to establish now?
I think both of us, we kind of get drawn into the comedy satire.
I
Film,
like
right?
I like comedy. Yeah,
Right.
it's a way to get through to people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You can-
absolutely.
yeah.
You make people laugh.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you know,
mind.
some people like the people who do stand up.
Yes.
You know, they get to do a set.
Yep.
Some of the subjects are very challenging.
Yeah, the controversial
But they
sometimes.
make people laugh, and and I think that's the same what we're trying to do in this film as well. It's just get inspired from some of that stuff and tell people a nice story.
Fantastic. And what about in your real life, like any movies that you've watched that you felt inspired by? I know you mentioned comedy, but are there any other movies that you just thought, this is fantastic, one day, this is the dream?
Oh wow, there's so many. Where do we
You're
start?
into you like your Bollywoods as well. Don't
Oh,
you?
I've done a bit of work there. Yeah, I love action movies. Yeah.
Yep.
So but in terms of as an actor, the people I look up to, Tom Hanks and
Yep.
Denzel Washington. In India, I mentioned Amir Khan.
Yes,
So
yeah, absolutely.
those kind of guys. Yes. Gladiators.
Gladiators, one of my
Part
favourite.
Is
Yeah,
an
part one.
all-time favourite.
Part 2, what did you
Yeah.
think?
Nah.
Not the same, was it? It wasn't
Haven't
the same.
seen it. Haven't
Not
seen
the
it.
same.
You haven't seen it. Save
Sounds
yourself.
Not the same.
Oh, really?
And then, being a fan of Tom Hanks and Amir
Yeah.
Khan, I actually enjoy Forrest Gump. It's one of
Yes.
my favourites. And then when I see Lansing Chadda, that
Fantastic.
was amazing as well. So,
But I think we've
yeah.
got a little trailer, a little clip, a snippet. Now, it hasn't been made yet, but this is what we might kind of
Work in progress.
Work in progress. Okay,
Yeah.
let's have a little look. Enjoy this. Okay, this is what you might see.
ওকে শুনো ক্রিকেট শুধু ব্যাটিং করলে আর বল ক্যাচ করলে হয় না ক্রিকেটের জন্য ফিটনেস এন্ড স্ট্যামিনা লাগে সো আই নিড ইউ গাইস 10 মিনিটস রান দ্য ফিল্ড ওকে
আমি 10 মিনিট পারতাম না 10 মিনিট ধরলে আমার মাসুল সিজ হয়ে যাব আমি 5 মিনিট ধরতে পারবো
মাসুল সিজ হবো কি এটা কি
আমি 4 মিনিটের বেশি পারবো না সূর্যের আলোতে ফেস কালো হয়ে যাবে
আরো কালো হবে
এই, আমি শুধু 3 মিনিট দৌড়াবো আমার মাথা ব্যথা করতেছে
3 মিনিটে কি হবে
3 মিনিট 4 মিনিট কিভাবে 5 মিনিট ঠিক আছে
আচ্ছা বুঝে গেছি
আমি 30 সেকেন্ড দৌড়াবো এই আমাকে তোল
Okay, that just looked brilliant. Very funny. So obviously a bit of a hammed up kind of comic
Yeah.
element to it. Hi, Peter. Welcome.
Hi.
Can you tell our viewers who are you and what's your sort of connection to the project?
I'm associate producer on the film.
Fantastic.
I come from an acting background, but I've got to an age now where I'm looking for different possibilities, and I was involved in Bangalore
Right.
and I've got my foot in the door, and so now I've sort of been helping out on sort of corporate films.
Fantastic. So fellow Bengali now.
Yes.
You're one of us. There you go. And did you obviously go to Bangladesh and you were part of that?
No, I didn't get to go,
Right.
unfortunately.
Okay.
You
But
did some of the UK
yeah,
stuff,
we did
though.
some.
Yeah.
We did some of the cricket scenes last year.
Right.
So I was involved in that.
And what are you hoping to bring to the project from your experience and your background?
Well, I was involved with the script reading,
Right.
and I was so impressed with it.
Yep.
And I just think it's a great film to be involved in.
Absolutely.
And it's not going to be just for the Bangladeshi audience.
yeah.
I think it'll have a worldwide appeal.
Yeah, absolutely. When are we likely to see the completion of this film?
Hopefully end of this year.
Okay.
Like I said, the UK schedule, we're planning to do it in May.
Right.
And that's about 18 days, I think, of filming, right?
Are we allowed to know where you guys are shooting?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in England, so I think
That's quite broad. I want to know where.
we're hopefully doing some in Bristol, some
Right.
in London.
Fantastic.
And there's a West London cricket club. We're doing some filming there. So still the locations are sort of
Okay,
being
fantastic.
finalised. Yeah.
Now, in terms of the casting, have you got everybody you need? I've heard a couple of names possibly mentioned. There was a rumour that somebody quite famous was going on, Musharraf Karim. Is that right or no?
Yeah, so there was talks with him when we were in Bangladesh, and he's very keen on the story and stuff.
Brilliant.
So we were going to try our, see if we can get his date, because he's a very busy guy.
Yes, of
But
course.
we're going
of
to try
course.
and see if we can get him over here.
How amazing would that
Yeah.
be, So that would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Now, the film is predominantly in English.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a bit of Bengali in there as well,
Bit
right?
of Bengali, as you saw that
Yeah.
snippet that was made for Bangladeshi audience, but majority is in
Right,
English.
okay.
A bit like the Slumdog Millionaire, where
Fantastic.
it's South Asian character based, but it's in English.
Right,
It just
okay.
gives us more access to the mainstream.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and I love that. As somebody born and brought up in this country, but obviously Bangladeshi heritage,
Yeah.
it's great to see something being done for that wider community as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Are you going to get people involved from here?
Oh yeah, that is what we want to do,
Peter.
right?
Oh,
Tell us.
absolutely. Well, actually, we're going to have auditions here in this studio.
Yeah.
I think on February the 15th, on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
Saturday the 15th.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you heard that. Saturday 15th, there's open casting going
Yeah.
on. Yep.
Yeah.
And if you're, a budding actor or actress, get in touch.
Yeah.
I think we're going to actually get a clip of some music, which I'm quite excited about. You can tell us about this in a second.
Okay.
But let's play the clip first of all. Listen to this. You're going to be really excited.
রঙের মানুষ রঙে রঙে কত যে রূপ তারি অঙ্গে হাউস কইরা ফানুস উড়ায় নানান রকম রঙে ঢঙ্গে রঙের মানুষ রঙে রঙে কত যে রূপ তারি অঙ্গে হাউস কইরা ফানুস উড়ায় নানান রকম রঙে ঢঙ্গে রঙের খেলা রঙের মেলা রঙে রঙিন দুনিয়া মন রে জিগাও আইসো কেন যাইবা ফেরত কিনিয়া বলেছি শতবার আবারও বলি তোমারই নামে রোজ আদরে বলি ও কোমর প্রিয়া জেনে রাখো তুমি ছাড়া এই প্রাণ রাখবো না আমি তুমি শুধু তুমি এই অন্তরে
Oh, that's brilliant. Beautiful, beautiful. Peter, what did you think of the songs?
I was really impressed with that. A pop star in the
He
making.
is, isn't he? That's the key. Look at you had all the moves and everything there.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the music, because obviously any kind of film and from the Asian subcontinent, we have to have some music in there, don't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
It speaks to the soul, right?
Yeah.
So what did you think?
So we're really grateful. I mean, I can't speak highly enough. There was a very famous actor, Salman Shah
Yep.
from Bangladesh. he made the original song of this Tumi Shudu Tume Antore.
Right.
And I think it's about 25 years.
Yep.
And loads of people were asking for the rights to this song and couldn't get it. We actually managed to
Amazing.
secure the rights to the song
Wow.
and do a remake version with a singer called Ashok Sin from Kolkata.
Right.
And yeah, so
That's incredible. What a
being
cue.
silly to myself and him being silly to, it's my version of giving a tribute to the great.
Yeah. Oh, what a
Salman Shah.
legacy. That's fantastic. Really, there's so much more that I want to ask you guys, and I wish I could have you for longer, but I know that you're going to come back once the show's done. Where can we watch this? Once it's complete, where?
So it depends. I mean, at the moment, obviously, we're making it in line with getting a cinematic theatrical
Right.
release. But hoping if anyone like Netflix or Amazon
Yep.
do come on board, then
Fantastic.
it could go on there. So we're making sure all the technical side of
Yep.
things are met to their standards.
Yep.
And, you know,
Why
we'll see.
not?
The sky's
And
the
this could
limit.
be
Yeah.
the film for the future where other generations, like Bargy on the Beach, Bend It Like Beckham, you know, all of those shows that we grew up with,
Yeah.
East is East,
Yeah.
you know, perhaps this is going to be the one for the future.
That is the ultimate
Yes.
ambition, to just, you know, get the pathway set up.
Absolutely.
So,
And before we finish, I know we're really running out of time, but just again, just one more time in terms of casting,
Yeah.
what do people need to do? Is there a website they can look
yeah,
at?
so we've got a very well-known casting director called Malkit Barj. He does most of the Bollywood casting in the UK.
Amazing.
Currently, he's doing he done the Akshay Kumar film Skyfalls. So
Yes,
it's in
yes,
cinemas.
yes.
So if the audience go on www.malkitbarj, that's BHARJ.com, and just register your interest there.
Fantastic, and we'll
Yeah.
put that on our link as well.
Yeah.
Malkia, I'm free. Now, it's so great to have you guys. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us and for showing us such a creative side of Bangladesh and a really fun side. I can't wait to watch the movie.
Thank
I'm a
you.
massive moviegoer, so thank you guys very much.